Hello everyone, how are you feeling so far? I have been reading the comments. You've not been going unnoticed. For specific questions about my aesthetic, you can DM me. I usually like to keep these live streams about the healing topics. But it's nice to see you guys here today. As always, love that you come here to relax, to find some peace, to tune back into your own being and get that kind of warmth, the calm, the restoration and rejuvenation that your soul is craving. So thank you for showing up for yourself. We're just getting started in this live stream for today, so let me know how you are feeling, maybe where you're tuning in from, what you are looking to release today. And we are going to be going into some energy readings. So for those of you who want a breakdown of where the blockages are in your energetic body, whether it's your root, sacral, solar plexus, heart space, throat, third eye, or even crown, I will let you know exactly where they are and give you some messages from your spiritual team to help you navigate life easier, get the clarity and the focus that you are looking for, and any other things that your spiritual team has to say to you. I will help you translate those messages. So you can read at the sticker right here, doing Reiki and energy readings. Get next in line to discover your blockages at the top of my page. There are two different kinds of readings, Bella, and you can see the details at the top of my page. Since we are in the month of my free Reiki retreat, anyone who is signing up for an energy reading here on the live stream will get an entry to win a free one-on-one Reiki session with me. For you to be in the most receiving mode that you can possibly be, go ahead and sit up straight from your root all the way up to the top of your crown or your head. Take your shoulders, roll them up, back, and down so that they're sitting nicely in their socket. Separate your teeth to unclench that jaw and then relax all the muscles of the face and put the tongue on the roof of your mouth to keep that jaw unclenched. Take a deep breath in. What are you feeling today? How are you physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually? Making sure that you're breathing in all the way deep down into the belly and that you are exhaling through the mouth. Take your hands, warm them up, breathe into them 3 times, and you can either place your hands on your heart space, place your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly. You can place your palms up on your lap or face down on your lap, whichever you feel like you need today. Any questions that you have when it comes to your energetic well-being, breaking unhealthy patterns and cycles, and entering an era of inner peace, let me know in the comments section so we can have a discussion. Purely pouring into my own cup currently, enjoying my self-healing game plan. Love it. Courtney is a part of Aura House, which is my free community where we go over weekly live streams, many different mindset shifts, and self-healing game plans to help you get to your desired reality at a quick pace. So she's already loving her game plan. She's made so much progress. I'm so proud of her. Would love to know if any of you are also in Aura House. Give you guys a little shout out. Jack, I have anxiety and I'm feeling more relaxed already. Beautiful, Jack. If you did not sign up for my free Reiki retreat about stress and anxiety, you would love it at the end of the month. How can I care for all of my bodies while sick? Honestly, I do energy cleansings every single day. And for you, Courtney, an egg cleanse would be very good. A couple smoke cleanses would do you right as well. And of course, praying into your water every single time that you drink it will help you to program that water for healing, program that water for balance, for inner peace. And when we think about inner peace, we're not just thinking about, okay, I feel good. You know, that's a little bit too basic, if you will. Inner peace is having every single cell in your body in a calm state of being, where your nervous system is regulated, you feel grounded, you feel balanced, you feel present. That is inner peace. Inner peace is a state of being that is in your mind, your body, and your soul. So programming your water any day of the week is beneficial, but especially when you're sick and you're drinking all your fluids, setting that intention in your water is so helpful. Lexi, I've been feeling so lethargic and out of it. Any advice? Absolutely. First, figure out which one of your energetic bodies is that lethargy in. Is it in your physical body? Is it in your mental body? Is it in your emotional body? Or is it even in your spiritual body? When you can pinpoint where that unwanted energy is in, you can start to decompress from that specific body. So just as Courtney was saying, how do I heal all of my bodies while I'm sick? You're asking, how do I heal the energy of lethargy and make sure that I'm feeling energized, make sure that I have stamina, make sure that I'm like ready for the day and I can take on any endeavors? It all comes back to assessing those 4 energy bodies and then applying the rules to releasing. So Lexi, let me know which body you think it is in, or if it's in multiple bodies that you're feeling that stress and overwhelm, let me know what it is and I will let you know the rule to releasing. I truly feel as if it's my spiritual. So if you're feeling lethargic in the spiritual body, you are either connecting too much to spirit and not grounding your energy enough using the magnetic pull of Mother Earth, or you are quite the opposite. You're too heavy and too weighed down in the density of the 3D plane of your physical, tangible reality, where you just feel bogged down and you have to have more of a connection to your spiritual body. So assess which one that is for you. If you need to connect to your spiritual body more, meditation is great. Connecting to your spirit guides is great. Allowing yourself to ground more means that you're having skin to earth contact every single day for at least 20 minutes a day, and that will help your lethargy. Any other questions that we have for your physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual health? Shauna says, you inspired me to start a journey as a Reiki healer. I just started and have gotten insanely sick. You're going through a spiritual metamorphosis. Some people in New Age spirituality like to call it ascension symptoms. And so allow your body to fully purge everything that needs to be purged. You are evolving, awakening, and upgrading. Larissa, hi, I just lost my grandfather. Do you have advice to deal with grief? First, sorry for your loss. Yet happy and blessed for you that you've experienced gaining a new angel, because that is a triumphant experience within itself, and I know that there's many emotions that can come along with it. So being very, very, very kind to yourself, just as if you were to have a physical wound, this is an emotional wound. And grief, there's two parts to it. On the other side of grief, I like to believe that there is an amazing amount of love. And so if you ever feel yourself going a little bit too far down one way, remember that the other side of the coin is that love that you shared for them. And so still continue to talk to them, pray to them, share with them what your day is, how you've been doing, any updates in your life, ask them for help. Creating a little altar space in your room or in your home where you're able to connect with them is also a special little process that makes you feel like they're right there with you, and just giving yourself the time and space to go through all of the emotions that you need to go through, allowing yourself to filter and process them accurately and effectively without hiding them, running away from them, or trying to bottle them up. I go over the process of how you can fully filter your emotions and process them in my mentorship programs. Any questions about my personal aesthetic can be asked through the DMs. We're going to stay on topic here when it comes to energy healing and inner peace. Gabby, I can't stay asleep at night, waking up with my mind running. Any tips? Your mind has excess energy and you have to learn how to decompress that. So the rule to releasing for the mental body, so that you can release that stress, anxiety, overwhelm, whatever it may be that keeps you spiraling at night. The rule to releasing there is creation. So when we are not, expression, which you can create anything to express yourself. So for me, expression involves dance, expression involves art, expression involves singing, and whenever you are doing something to express yourself creatively, you are having that be something that does not have a due date or a deadline. You're not monetizing it. It doesn't have a special restriction on it. It's just for you to let go, be free in the moment, and get into the zone. The more that you incorporate expression in your daily routine to minimize the stress and anxiety that you have in the mind, the calmer your mind gets and the better sleep that you will have. I do want to bring up the fact that if you have that mental energy accumulate day after day after day, and you're not doing anything to release the energy that is trapped in a certain area, it will turn into a blockage. And that's exactly why I do Reiki on my live streams, and that's exactly why I give you guys an opportunity to get energy readings with me in real time to see where your blockages are. Because, for instance, if you're someone who is chronically overthinking, you can't fall asleep, you have mental fog, it's hard for you to make decisions, and that state of being is normal to you for a substantial amount of time, it could then lead to chronic headaches or migraines. It could lead to you having pains anywhere on your head space, and sometimes it will migrate down your neck into your shoulders. You can have memory loss, a lot of different things can manifest. So it's my job to make sure that you're not manifesting dangerous health concerns. So it's important that you know that everything starts as energy first. And if you have an energy blockage, it's important that you identify it and you get healing for it. So if you want to figure out where your blockages are, you can head to the top of my page and we'll do an energy reading for you. any advice on how to calm thoughts of self-doubt? You have to give yourself evidence, proof, examples of why you are the best person in the whole entire world. If you're doubting yourself, give yourself evidence of how confident you are. Give yourself evidence of how capable you are. Give yourself evidence of how strong and resilient you are and how you can accomplish things. If you have self-doubt when it comes to something, it's usually because of a past failure and you have identified with that failure instead of identifying with the process as a whole being something that has ebbs and flows. You have stuck yourself in an ebb state when you had that failure and it led to all your thoughts of self-doubt. So the issue here is not that you're having the thoughts, the issue here is that you don't have enough, or you're not focusing your energy and your attention enough on all of the accomplishments that you've had experienced in life. I've had nightmares about my childhood trauma for 2 years. Any advice on how to rid this burden? You have to do shadow work, my love, because the reason they're coming up in your dreams is because you're not dealing with it in your waking life, and it is your subconscious reminding you that there's something that needs to come to the surface. So in order for you to heal childhood trauma, shadow work is typically the best way to go, and understanding how to release from your emotional body. We do have someone who got an energy reading. I believe their name is Alexis. So I'm going to go ahead in a moment here and do their energy reading. Since Alexis did get an energy reading, she also just got an entry to win a one-on-one Reiki session with me. So exciting. Give me a moment to see if there's any other questions here. Oh, Alexi, it's you. Yay. Okay, good. I will read some of these questions. If I don't get to your question, please DM me. Don't feel shy. Don't think that I'm ignoring you. There's just lots of comments and lots of things that I'm doing all at once. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what's going on with Lexi. I want to see if there's any areas of concern for her. And if you guys are just here for the Reiki and you don't care about anything else, I invite you to stay. I welcome you to stay, because the reason why you like Reiki so much is because it's alleviating you of something. It's making you feel peaceful. It's making you feel calm. It's making you feel relaxed. And when you listen to the answers and responses to these questions, and when you listen to other people's energy readings, you get the key insights of how to bring peace, calm, and balance into your own being, so that when you do have a Reiki session over on my page or here on the live stream, you know exactly what to do to maintain it, to have longer lasting results. So I get that if you're just here for a good time for the Reiki, that's cool, but if you want longer lasting results, I urge you to stay. All right, let's refresh this page, see what's going on. Okay, so open to what comes through specifically, feeling drained and overstimulated. So give me one moment here. Alexis, I'm going to tap into your energy, consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay. Your third eye is beaming, overactive. Crown is feeling blocked, so I can understand why you're feeling overstimulated. Let me see if there's any other imbalances. Throat, blocked. The heart space is going through a lot. It's very overwhelmed, very overwhelmed. I would say it's probably overactive. Solar plexus, I know that I felt the heart and the solar plexus, they were very connected. Solar plexus is underactive. Sacral is overactive. I have not come across an overactive sacral in a very long time. And the root. I'm going to go ahead and say it's blocked. It does seem a little bit more underactive, which means that there's little energy flow. Blocked means that not that there's no energy flow. If there was no energy flow in any of your centers, you would not have breath and be alive. But I am feeling a very large restriction of energy in the root. So almost every single one, Alexis, of your energy centers are in an out of balance state, either underactive or overactive. And so for you specifically, it's very important to make sure that first and foremost, you are grounding your energy. And so grounding your energy means that you're having skin to earth contact every single day for at least 20 minutes a day. Why this is important is because the magnetic pull that the earth has is our medicine. And so when we stand on our bare feet on grass, or connect with a tree, or connect with our plants through gardening or something like that, there is an electromagnetic exchange that happens. And with your own level of receptivity and your own level of conscious awareness, you can discharge a lot of the energy blockages that you have, discharge a lot of the overstimulation you have, discharge a lot of the excess energy that you're holding on to into the ground. And as you do that, the earth is going to detox you, and what happens is it recalibrates your energy. And when you start from the root, everything else starts to fall in place a lot better. I could say, because you have an overstimulated third eye, let's focus on, the third eye first. And although we do want to put more attention into that area, of course, it's important that you understand that every single one of your energy centers is a system. And so you have to be able to assess it from the first chakra first, and then work your way up, okay? What I would suggest for you is taking a couple rocks from outside, asking Mother Nature permission to take one of her rocks, give her an offering of tobacco or your wishes, prayers, blessings. Give her something that is maybe originally hers, so maybe a flower, something that you can give thanks to, and then take the rocks, ask permission for the rocks if they will heal you. You'll know if it's a yes or a no, and then you can blow 3 times into the rocks, sing a little song to infuse, integrate your energy, and you can put those rocks on the bottom of your feet and start the discharging process. I would say for you, while you do that, also place one on your third eye so that we can bring that overactive energy back into a grounded state, back into balance. Because what's happening right now is that everything is out of whack essentially in your body, which is okay. No judgment here. This is exactly why I do what I do. But right now I can sense that you are looking for a lot of answers from the universe. You are looking to see what your future is going to look like. You may even be worried about what your future looks like. You're someone who is perceiving maybe people not in the best way, or maybe you have your guard a little bit up from what I can tell, and the way that you're perceiving people is not how they actually are, but how you assume them to be, and sometimes it's not always in a positive light. That comes from belief systems, that comes from your experience, but that also comes because it's overstimulated. So I see that you are just like doing a lot of that, like you're reaching out for answers, but what's going on is that you have a blocked crown, so it's just an overwhelming state of being, and that's why you're feeling that kind of overstimulation where it's just too much. And I can see the majority of it is here because all of the wisdom that you would naturally be receiving, it's not that you're necessarily cut off from it, but it's not as open as it could possibly be for then all that information to come down, where then you have spot on intuition, you're making decisions very quickly, you're not second guessing them, you know exactly how to get to the next step in life that you're wanting to go to get to your desired reality. I can sense that's what you're wanting, and right now it's been difficult for you to be able to do that. So there's a lot more that goes into every single one of your energy centers, but I would definitely say one more focus, at least for today, is the heart space and how it's feeling overactive as well. I can tell that you have an abundance of emotion. You're someone who is super, super sensitive to the energies that are going on around you, and because of that, you may not know exactly how to manage or cope with such intense emotions all the time. You may also be a caregiver, and so you could be absorbing other people's energy, absorbing other people's hurt, absorbing other people's pain. But the problem with that is that if you don't know how to filter that energy through your being, you're holding on to it and harnessing it even more, and it's not doing you any favors. So again, the very first option for healing yourself I can give you is going to be that grounding process, because it'll help you immediately, but it's something that you should do consistently. And I would definitely say either getting a one-on-one session with me. I know that you're entering in to get a chance to win a free one-on-one Reiki session. But I would also say joining one of my mentorship programs. There is a program called Beyond Balance, and it walks you through every single energy center and how to clear and balance every single one of those energy centers. So you're purging all of your old trauma and rebalancing your energy for peace and balance. Okay, that's one of my favorite mentorship programs that I have, because it's online, self-paced, it's only 4 weeks long, and I do give longer treatments on videos. I think all of my treatments are about 20 minutes when it comes to Reiki for the physical body, Reiki for the emotional body, Reiki for the mental body, and Reiki for the spiritual body. All of those Reiki videos are never before seen videos as well, and they're exclusive to the program. So I'm going to send you a email with all of this information so you can have that review and breakdown, and we'll get you into a process where you can start healing yourself more to feel a lot better. But as for right now, that's all that I have for you, Alexis. I appreciate you allowing me to tap into your energy, and we'll talk again very, very soon. I'm going to close you out. Beautiful. You're very, very welcome. How do I get a reading in your live? Jenny, go up to my icon here and click the link at the top of my page. It says TikTok live readings, and you should be good. I'm going to read if any of you guys have any questions at this time, while of course doing a little bit of Reiki. Let me go ahead and kind of scroll up. I have a dark green crystal, but can't figure out what it is. Do you know, or anyone in the comments? Dark green crystals can really be anything. We would have to see a picture of that for you, Sam, but off the top of my head, malachite perhaps, if it's dark green, or maybe even green jasper. Is this the year I shift realities? You're always shifting realities. Even when you don't think that you're shifting realities, you're shifting realities every single moment of every single day. If you're looking to rewrite your story so that you can adopt a new identity, one that is already that future version of yourself, so that you can connect to that future version of yourself, embody that future version of yourself, and then start to see your external reality mirror that. Sometimes that takes rewriting your life story and adhering into a new identity. And I do have a free webinar on YouTube that is all about rewriting your life story. So if you're looking to shift realities, that's gonna be the one for you. I usually have it posted on the link in my bio, but because I'm doing this TikTok live stream today, I took it down for just a moment. So usually it's in the link in my bio. If you want the direct link to rewriting your life story, then DM me and I'll send it to you. What would you recommend for feeling lonely but having lots of social time? The reason that you feel lonely, even though you may be engaging with a lot of people, is because you're actually not nurturing the relationship that you have with yourself and the relationship that you have with your spirit. So the more that you nurture and establish and maintain that healthy relationship between you, and then you and your higher self, or source, or creator, or God, or the universe, is the moment that you're going to feel a lot less lonely. And so if you haven't already connected to your spirit guides or your higher self, I also do have a whole entire program called Beyond Balance that does help you do that. And I do have a little meditation that can help you in the meantime, but it's definitely much better if you were to join the Beyond Balance program, because sometimes when you try to have that solid connection to your higher self or to your guides, but you have a lot of fear within your being, it's going to act as a blockage from you actually having that solid connection. And so when we go through the program of Beyond Balance, we actually start at the root first and really uproot the traumas or uproot any of the shadows that you have, the demons, so to speak, and the fear that you have. And when you do all of the healing processes on top of that, you will then have a much clearer connection to your spirit guides, to a larger source of energy, and you really understand how to love yourself in a way that's beyond skincare, or you love yourself beyond just telling yourself a whole bunch of affirmations in the mirror. It's a truly transformational process through going to your inner being first, harmonizing that, alchemizing that, balancing that, and then seeing the side effects in your external reality. Because I always say that if you're ever trying to change your external reality, you have to change your internal reality. And that's exactly what the program Beyond Balance does. Goddess, I don't have a video for rosacea, but if you would like a one-on-one healing for that, then you can DM me and we can set up a Reiki session together. Everyone take a moment here to tap back into the breath, breathing in through the nose, deep down to the belly, and out through the mouth. In through the nose, deep down to the belly, and out through the mouth. 2 more times, in through the nose, deep down into the belly, and out through the mouth. In through the nose, deep down to the belly, and out through the mouth. Continue breathing at your own pace. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to flow. Allow yourself to come back into the present moment. I see that we have someone else who joined our list to get an energy reading on the live stream. So let's go ahead and see who that is and get to the bottom of those blockages. Okay, let's see. This is a very pretty song. I like this one. Okay, so we have Jasmine who is next. And she's getting a reading of all of her 7 chakras plus certain messages from her spiritual team. Challenges are, she says, all of it. I have a lot of unresolved trauma and blockages. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with you. And Jasmine, because you got the second option for an energy reading, you have 2 entries now to get a free one-on-one Reiki session with me. So amazing. I love that for you. Hope you win. Hope everyone wins. But let's go ahead and tap in. So Jasmine, I'm going to have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay, let's see what's going on. Honestly, right off the bat, I'm hearing that you need a whole entire energy cleanse. So making sure that you're using at least 1 or more of the 5 elements. So earth, fire, water, air, spirit, to cleanse your energy on a more frequent basis. If you're someone who's never cleansed your energy before, let me know that or send me a DM so that I can give you some tips and some resources for that process. Because when you cleanse your energy, using 1 or more of the 5 elements, you are essentially taking away all of the energetic debris that could absorb into your being to create more blockages, to create more sickness, to create illness or disease within your body. So energy cleansing allows you to purify every single thing going on in your aura so that it does not manifest into dangerous health concerns for you. A lot of the time when we're highly sensitive individuals, a lot of the time when we are empathic beings, our natural state of being is to absorb, and we don't always want to absorb everything going on around us. So if you come from a home life that has a lot of toxicity or negativity, a work life that has a lot of drama or competitiveness, or the stakes are high, whatever it is, you could be absorbing all of that. And if you're not energy cleansing yourself, you're having no way to discharge that energy that's not even yours, and it could be impacting you very badly. So energy cleansing first and foremost for you. I haven't done that before. I could feel that, and that's totally fine. Again, that's exactly why I'm here, to help show you the way. So I'm going to make sure that I send you a little list via email to help you energy cleanse yourself with different tools. What am I also seeing for you? Something that I can sense a lot is your sacral and your solar plexus. So those are one of the lower chakras which connect you to the physical, tangible reality. It connects you to the material world. And so I can sense fear, I can sense insecurity, I can sense instability, I can sense your level of having to feel like safe, like you're always wanting to feel safe, but sometimes it's hard for you to feel safe, especially when it comes to other people. And that's what I'm sensing in the sacral, where maybe it's hard for you to trust other people, connect with other people, be vulnerable or intimate with other people. You just don't, you're maybe a little bit more apprehensive, but you could also still be someone who has your heart open. Right here, what I'm feeling is a lot of the connection that you have on a very physical level with people. Maybe you're someone who doesn't really like to be touched all the time, but maybe you still crave a lot of that physical touch, but you just never know what people's agendas are. So I'm sensing a little bit like that. Let me see what's going on with the solar plexus. Solar plexus, I'm sensing a lot of fatigue, and I'm also feeling a connection to your head as well. So this could be your third eye or crown energy, where you are just so mentally exhausted and you're physically exhausted at the same time. But I also feel, are you like a service worker? Are you like a nurse or a teacher? Or maybe you have to deal with a lot of people over the phone, or a lot of people in your job in general, because I'm almost sensing that kind of energy fatigue in that way, that it has to deal with whatever it is that you're doing as a job. You're a stay-at-home mom. How many children do you have, Jasmine? I can sense a lot of neediness. People are needing you. People are requesting your time, your energy, your attention. And I feel as though you may feel that you don't always have enough time to catch up. You have 6 kids. Okay, so that's the amount. So being a stay-at-home mom is still a job. It's a very important job, and you have 6 kids who are always requesting something of you at all times. And so if you feel like you don't have enough time for yourself, if you don't feel like you know exactly what to do to fully decompress, That's exactly what I'm sensing for you energetically. I almost sense too, with all of this being said, you've gotten to the point of being overstimulated to the point that you're almost numb to things. So I'm not sure if you use substances to numb yourself, or your nervous system is just almost fried to the point where a lot of times you may zone out, you may dissociate, maybe you just kind of want to ignore the world. Maybe, excuse me, I have to mute people. Maybe you're someone who, what's the kind of word that I'm looking for? You look for ways to distract yourself mentally because you just don't know all the ways in which you can successfully or healthily cope. And so I sense a lot of mental distraction. And so that could happen if you're binge watching a lot of TV. That could happen if you are, again, maybe even just zoning out and people are like, hello, mom, or like, what's going on? Or like, hey, you haven't called me, and like, I'm your aunt and I've been trying to get in contact with you. Like, where you been? And you're just kind of like, whoa, sorry, like a lot of things. So I'm almost sensing more so from your whole entire energetic body. Not necessarily specific blockages. They're all coming to me in kind of waves. So I can sense that there's probably some sort of underactivity or overactivity in almost every single one of them. But I'm seeing what it's doing to you as a whole. And that's what your spiritual team really wants me to show you or illustrate to you. So in your email, I will give you the full breakdown. What I want to tap into right now is your spirit guide messages, because I feel like that could really, really help you out. So give me one moment here to see what they have to say. Hold on, because they're a little sassy. Let me see. Jasmine, are you Hispanic? Do you have any sort of Hispanic heritage, or like Caribbean heritage, or like island heritage? I almost sense kind of ancestor energy in that realm, and it's okay if not, but they're kind of coming to me in that kind of way. They just keep saying, like, they keep saying fíjate, like, you're like, not that I know of, but I've heard that before. I definitely have that kind of energy. So what I'm sensing here is just, they're kind of like, see what happens if you keep up with this and you're not doing anything about it. Like, see what happens when you ignore what you need, or see what happens when you're not prioritizing yourself. It ends up into these things. I'm not sure if you had a serious ailment or illness or disease or something that you were in the hospital. I don't know if I'm hearing 6 days, 6 months, 6 weeks, or maybe it was 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, but I keep hearing the word 6, and then I keep seeing or feeling like a hospital. I'm not sure if maybe one of your 6 kids got hospitalized for something, but I'm sensing that kind of energy. And I'm also sensing that whatever it is that they're trying to show me means that if you are not taking care of yourself in an energetic and physical standpoint, like physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, you might end up in the hospital for something that seems very mysterious and random. And I don't want to scare you, because we don't have to get to that point. They're not saying that this is 100% what's going to happen to you, but they're making it very clear that they're showing me a hospital. You said no hospital. Okay, so let's not get to the point where we're in a hospital then, because I almost have like this, and again, not that you are going to develop it, but the way that they translate messages to me could definitely be different and be a sign for something else. But they're almost saying like autoimmune disease or something like that, where it's just kind of maybe mysterious, something that's a lingering pain inside of your body. And you're like, why do I have this one pain that's always lingering in my body? Or why does my body always function like this? Or why do I have this kind of digestive issue? It's almost giving like a questionable ailment, or you're not understanding where one certain physical inability is coming from. Let me see if they're saying anything in terms of actual advice for you other than just your physical health and well-being. Give me one moment. they keep saying purge, 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 and they keep like giving me a sensation from like my chest all the way down to like my root and like through the bottom of my spine. So to me, that always means grounding. That always means being able to discharge your energy that is pent up within your being. So because I was saying that you may have some blockages in your lower energy centers, you may also have some blockages up here because of like the headache kind of energy that I was feeling. You can purge all of that down through grounding, which what I explained to Alexis earlier is skin to earth contact for at least 20 minutes a day. I'll give you all the instructions to do that. When you engage in that kind of grounding process, it's much easier for you to have a peace of mind. It's much easier for you to stay in the present moment and not necessarily escape mentally all the time. What's also great about doing that grounding process is that the energy that comes from that recalibrates you and makes you feel better overall. So the top things I have to say for you at this time so that you can start feeling better ASAP is to make sure that you are energy cleansing every single day using one or more of the 5 elements. I'll give you instructions. And 2, grounding is a form of energy cleansing, but really making sure that you are adhering to some sort of self-care routine that allows you to decompress that energy from all 4 of your energy bodies: the physical body, emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body. I'll give you a resource to do that as well. Quick question: what are you doing right now to cope? What are you doing right now to help yourself out in terms of self-care? What are you doing? Have you ever gotten some sort of energy healing before? Are you actively in the process of your own self-healing journey? You're running. Running is great. Keep up with the running because that jarring movement does help to break apart stagnant. Running away, actual running and jogging, like exercise, or running away from your problems running. Let me know. If it's actual running, that's great. Like I said, because that you said you mean like avoiding. Stop avoiding, Jasmine. But I'm not here to convince you though either. So it's either you will continue this process and then perhaps, hopefully not, develop some sort of more physical ailments. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you, but again, I'm not here to convince you to heal. I'm here to help you when you're ready to heal. So if all the information that I give you is something that resonates with you, definitely take it through the email that I'm sending afterwards so that you can start to see some actual progress. But I understand how it can go sometimes when things are overwhelming. Maybe you don't have the time, or you don't feel that you have the time. Maybe you don't feel like you have the resources, but me right here is a really big resource, and I've helped thousands of people bring healing energy into their body and get to a point where they feel peaceful, harmonious, and balanced. So if you're ready to rock, I'm ready to rock with you, but you have to be willing to do it, and you have to be willing to change up your routine. But that's pretty much all that I have for you right at this time. If there's anything else, I'll leave it for you in your email afterwards. But yeah, that's what I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out your energy, and we'll talk again very soon. Beautiful. Love it. I got you covered, Jasmine. Don't you worry. Anyone have any questions when it comes to their spiritual, mental, emotional, or physical health? Because I'm here to help you out. Lexi, how can I get a reading? So right up here at the top of my page, it says get next in line to discover your blockages at the top of my page. There are 2 different kinds of readings. The first reading will get you an entry to win a one-on-one Reiki session with me. And the second option for an energy reading will give you 2 entries to get a one-on-one Reiki session with me, so I can divulge in letting you know what's going on with your energy and what you can do to bring yourself back into a state of peace, harmony, and balance. I think I signed up. IDK if you forgot. Let me see, Celeste. Got you covered. I haven't checked my list since the last one, so let me refresh my page for you. I see you right here. Good. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Energy reading for blockages. Health. Okay, diagnosis. I'm also wondering about any blockages in my love life and work. Thank you. Okay, Celeste, so let's go ahead and tap into your energy. I'm going to have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, give me 1 second here. Feeling that the third eye is overactive. Honestly, I am feeling a lot of, I'm seeing a lot of brown when it comes to the heart space, and that is kind of reminding me of like emotions muddied up in there, like kind of gunking up the process, or maybe we have to filter out some things. I also think that you have some belief systems right now about who you are as a lover, or the love that you've had in the past, or the abundance that you're even able to receive, and that abundance can come through in the form of love, or that abundance can come through in the form of your success at work. And so I can kind of see that your heart wants one thing, but right now I feel like it's in a blocked state, and so it may be difficult for you to receive. And whatever it is that your heart actually wants, whether it's able to receive it at this time or not, is different from what you're actually perceiving yourself to be able to have. So right now it's very important that you do the mental work that you need to do in terms of whatever your limiting beliefs are, in terms of rewriting your life story, in terms of maybe even identity shifting, so that you can get your mind on the same page as where your heart wants to be, while you're also working on removing and releasing any of those stagnant or old emotional wounds. Okay, so something that can really help you with this process, and I'm going a little bit into what I do teach in my Beyond Balance program, but in this program I do talk a lot about writing lists of things that you believe about yourself, and if it's pertaining to the heart space, it may be very effective for you to write down all of the beliefs that you have about yourself when it comes to your love story, and all of the beliefs that you have about yourself when it comes to your work story, and seeing if it trends on a positive note, if it trends on a negative note, and how you can actually rewrite some of those stories or some of those beliefs to then better serve you for what your desired reality actually is. But with that being said, that's still just a mental process to help you with your beliefs. In order to tap into the heart space, you do have to purge a lot of the energy from the heart space, is what I'm seeing. And so there is an energy purging technique that I do have on my TikTok account, which essentially says to connect to your spirit guides, ground your energy through skin to earth contact. You can make this little mudra, which is a Shakti mudra, with your hands, and going from your root all the way up to your crown. You'll stay there for a moment, you'll stay here for a moment, stay here for a moment. And I would say that for your heart space, stay there for a while and visualize yourself purging out all of that brown, gunky energy from the heart space. And after you've purged all of that out, it may take a few moments, a few breaths, a few minutes, and it may also allow you the time and capacity to release through tears or screams or laughters, yelling, like humming, whatever it is that you have to do. And then after a moment, you'll actually start to see in your mind's eye a lot of that brown energy start to diminish, and what takes its place instead is white, pure white energy. And that's how you know that at that time your higher self is infusing you with everything that you need. Because when it comes to healing your energy, and you are cleansing something or removing something or extracting something or purging something, it's very important that you're replacing that as well. And you're replacing it with purity energy, clarity energy, divine healing energy. You are infusing love, happiness, joy, and bliss into those areas, so that you're not just leaving it like a vacant hole, so to speak, energetically, but you're also you're completing the process of the healing and infusing the things that are good. Just like how if you were to get a cut and you scraped your hand and you had rocks, you would remove all the rocks and you would remove maybe some of the dead skin, but maybe you would put some antiseptic on it, or maybe you put some Neosporin on it and then cover it up with a band-aid. Same thing happens with the emotional process and the healing process as well. So again, heart space is one of the biggest blockages that I see for you at this time. Third eye is completely overactive. Crown for you is not necessarily blocked, but a bit on the underactive side. Solar plexus, I'm not seeing too much, so your spirit is letting me know that it's not a major concern for you at this time. Sacral, a little bit of your sacral's feeling underactive right now. That could also be why you may be having some sort of stillness when it comes to your love life, when it comes to your work, because that sacral energy is what really connects you to others. It connects you, it helps you with your identity, it helps you with your self-expression, it helps you with how you show up in other people's lives, like who you are to other people. It really helps that connection. So if you're in the mood to network, whether it comes with work or whether it comes with love, your sacral has to be in a good spot too, and I'm seeing it's a little bit underactive. So for you, the main areas would be an underactive sacral, a blocked heart space, and an overactive crown with a bit of an overactive third eye, underactive crown is what I'm seeing the most for you at this time. I'll give you some resources to help you out with this process, but remember that purging technique is going to be super important for you. I do have programs that help you out with this process if you're very serious about getting your energetic state into a balanced state. So if you need help with that, I have all the info of the programs available, and I'll send that to you through your email as well. If there's anything else that comes up, like your spirit guides want me to say one extra thing or something, I'll also leave that in your emails. But for now, that's all that they're letting me know. So thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. You're very welcome, Celeste. 6th day, I'm 7 months no smoking. Boom, boom. Love it. My dogs are like, get us out of the room already. We want to play. Okay, beautiful. So we have Lexi. Great. So Lexi, you're going to be the last one that I take on this live stream. If anyone else wants to have their energy insight report, I will send it to you via email, and you will get either 1 or 2 entries to receive a free one-on-one Reiki session with me. The winner will be announced February 24th during my free Reiki retreat. So let me go ahead and refresh this, and let's get to our reading. Ooh, my hair is tingling. Beautiful. Oh. There we go. Now I see ya. Okay, so Lexi, we're doing a full energy reading for you, and it says mental health as an area of concern or challenge. So I'm gonna have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, so Lexi, for you off the bat, I'm almost seeing a bit of a split energy between like in your crown, I see it split. In your third eye, I see it split, and it kind of stops around the throat energy. And it's not to say that you're actually split into two or that you're two different people. Maybe you, not that you actually are, but if you've already been diagnosed with like BPD or bipolar or anything like that, it would make sense why I'm seeing that. Not saying that you are or that's your diagnosis. I'm not here to diagnose anything. It just has a bit of like a similar kind of reference or symbol. But what I'm truly seeing between those two areas is that your masculine energy and feminine energy are looking to integrate, and they feel rather separate at this time. So right now could be a great time for you to do some maternal wound healing and paternal wound healing. So healing the wounds that you've had from childhood when it comes to your parental figures could be super beneficial for you, because I'm seeing some sort of division or split in those areas. And I think that that could be impacting your mental health, of course, because those are the energies that are of the mind and in the head. I'm going to see if there's anything else that your spirit guides want me to say about that, but they're saying to move on to the rest and then we can get back into it. So, okay, right now now. I'm sensing not necessarily like a blocked or underactive, overactive state. I'll see if they let me know that in a little bit, but right now I'm just seeing it's kind of split, and I see it very split between the masculine and feminine energies and what your perception was at those times when you were being raised and growing up, going through childhood, and maybe there are some aspects that need to be cleared out. Maybe there's some aspects that need to be rewritten. There's maybe some aspects that you need to come up with your own understanding instead of adhering to what they taught you. Maybe it's time to outgrow some of those beliefs that they planted in your head and ways of living, ways of being that they've planted in your head. And that's okay. That's growing, that's evolving, that's getting into a mature state of being, or a more mature state of being, where you can really rely on your own experience as like knowledge for you and how to move forward, instead of relying on what they taught you if some of those things are outdated. Let me see what else I'm sensing for you. Blocked throat, underactive heart space, blocked solar plexus, sacral rather balanced, and I'm going to say that the root is in a blocked state. It feels a little bit more underactive, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's blocked because of how underactive it kind of is. I'm sensing it's already getting into a blocked state. And so with that being said, as always, making sure that you're working on the root first is going to be the best possible scenario for you, because the whole entire chakra system is just that. It is a system. And when you are allowing yourself to work on the base, everything else will start to naturally fall into place. Of course, there's different techniques and practices to make sure that they are, flowing with the best kind of energy, that you have the peace, the balance, and the harmony within all of them. But that root, it's super, super important that you get that root into a state of balance first. That will always happen with regular energy cleansing, with getting grounded into the present moment, with getting into your body, with doing any sort of root work or shadow work when it comes to your fears, your doubts, and your worries. And again, I'm already hearing some shadow work needs to be done when it comes to your childhood, some aspects of your childhood. They're giving me from the ages between 5 and 7, very specific. I'm not sure what happened to you between the ages of 5 and 7, but there's a lot of fear, doubt, and worry that is still lingering within your energetic being when it comes to that time frame, when it comes to those ages for you. So that is for the root. Also, grounding helps. Grounding is skin to earth contact. I will let you know more about that in your email. Sacral was balanced. Solar plexus was blocked. So allowing yourself to tap into your inner child. Again, a lot of this is giving childhood. So tapping into your inner child, allowing yourself to establish a healthier and stronger relationship to your inner child, where if you went through certain years of your life where you couldn't rely on your parents, or it was really hard, maybe you went through certain traumas, you can now go into that version of yourself and heal them, alchemize them, be their support system, be the parent, be the person who is the protector of that inner child, because I can sense that you have been tapped out of your inner child energy for a while now. And if you have not been experiencing the amount of happiness, joy, or bliss, or even creativity, spontaneity that you've been wanting to, I can sense that it's because of an untapped relationship to your inner child. My head and third eye is pulsing so hard right now. Yeah, so something about your energy is resonating with this, which is good. That's a good affirmation, a good confirmation as well. So inner child, inner child, inner child. In my free community called Aura House, I do have a whole entire replay that goes over inner child healing and shadow work. So that could do you some good as well. I'll send you some references. Heart space. Heart space honestly will come more into balance with the rest of them, is what I'm hearing. So that's good. I always like that kind of news, because all right, the heart's gonna feel good when all the rest are in balance. All right, easy. Throat was blocked, I remember. So being honest with yourself is something I think that you've been struggling with. I think that maybe you like to have a strong persona. I can get through this. I'm strong. I'm better than that. Or I don't need to have these kinds of emotions. Or, I'm better than them. It's almost like your ego kind of takes over and doesn't allow you to have that emotional release and emotional process that you need to have that's natural to you. And so a lot of those emotions are getting stuck right here because you're not being honest with yourself. And being honest with yourself can be an internal process with that internal dialogue and that self-talk, but I think that it's also a very external process as well. Are you being honest to other people about what's really going on with you? Are you covering up what's going on with you? Do you not even have the words to explain what's going on with you? Those could all be factors of why you have a blocked throat space. So getting more comfortable with connecting to yourself, being honest with yourself, speaking to yourself about what's really going on and what emotions are really coming up to surface can help you. And when you use your throat to then connect to your inner child, that will heal you a lot as well. Third eye and then the crown. I'm almost feeling the energy kind of radiate all the way down to the shoulders as well. So sometimes even a good head massage, as like silly as it sounds, but it's really not silly because you're still moving energy. A good scalp massage, neck massage, shoulder massage could really help alleviate any sort of pressure that you're having when it comes to your mind and your head. But again, I'm just seeing that division. They're not giving me a strictly balanced state or blocked state. I'm just seeing that kind of difference and division there when it comes to your masculine side and your feminine side. I'm going to see if your spirit guides have anything to say. Citrus, they keep saying citrus, so either eating citrus or having citrus aromas is very helpful, because citrus aroma helps you connect to blissful energy, joyful energy, happiness energy, activating energy. And so I can tell that you may be craving some of that in your life, but maybe you're doing so, you're finding your happiness in ways that are a little bit more short term. So infusing a lot more of that citrusy energy, specifically through oranges, can really help you. Let me see what else they're coming through as. Oh, I see a beautiful sun. So getting more sun on your skin. I know it's the middle of winter. I'm not sure where you live, but making sure that you're having your daily dose of sun is so important. And even doing a little bit of sun gazing, or maybe even using the element of fire to cleanse your energy, can be super important for you, so that you are eliminating any sort of energetic debris that could be absorbed into your body and create more blockages. So the sun is super important. Fire energy is super important. Citrusy, activating energy. It's almost like you have been energetically solidified in some sort of way. So maybe that is resembling in your life as you're doing the same thing over and over again every single day. You can predict it. There is no newness in your day. Everything has just seemed like it's kind of, all the days are blurring together. Life is getting a little bit boring. And maybe you're using, not the excuse, but maybe you're using the reasoning of, well, if I do this and I'm consistent every single day, then I'm going to get to my goals. But you have to infuse newness. You have to infuse spontaneity. You have to infuse a different energy to activate more movement in your life. And that difference in energy is what's going to help you get to your goals. Consistency is definitely a thing, but to be bored in life in the sake of being consistent is not always the best way to get to your reality that you're preferring to experience. So that's what I'm really seeing for you. Your spirit guides are like, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself as like how a mother would take care of their child if they were going through what it is that you're going through. So I keep seeing this kind of energy of like hands holding you up and just reminding you that you are being supported through your ancestors. You are being supported through the universe. You are being supported through your higher self. So connect to that energy every single day so that you're not feeling alone. You're not feeling lonely. That will also help you with your mental health. But understanding that in order to have mental health, you also have to have spiritual health, physical health, and emotional health too. So that's all that I'm really seeing for you at this time. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm going to give you a full breakdown of what we went over today in your email. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to tap in. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. All right, so that was the last energy reading that I'm doing on this live stream. If you guys still want an energy reading, it will be sent to you via email. So make sure that you are going to the top of my page and you are hitting the link in my bio. It says TikTok live readings, and I will send your full energy insight report through email. Your energy insight report will get you an entry to win a free Reiki one-on-one session with me, or if you get the second kind of reading, then you'll get 2 entries. The last thing I want to say is thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for listening to me and these readings today. Thank you for creating a sacred and safe space for everyone to come on in and be intimate and be vulnerable. I do have a free Reiki retreat for each and every one of you who are dealing with a lot of work-related stress and anxiety, and you're looking for ways to understand your energy, to decompress stress and anxiety from your body, but also protect your energy from absorbing anybody else's drama and anybody else's negativity. So if you're interested in that free Reiki retreat, you can go ahead and register right now at the top of my page, and I will see you there. Bye.